Hello everybody, my name is GetKG1122 and welcome to the first bonus video of Persona 5 Royal. Like I said in the announcement video, there's going to be a lot of different things that I'm going to be covering and a lot of different things that I need to record at different times, but I thought I would start off with something relatively simple this time around. So, the first thing that we are going to be covering in these bonus videos today is we're going to be covering the Thieves Den. This is a feature that is not exclusive to New Game Plus, but it is something that I've been actively avoiding because of how the Thieves Den works, and I wanted to be sure to go over it in as much detail as I can. So this video is going to be 100% the Thieves Den, nothing more, nothing less. But that isn't necessarily a bad thing, because the Thieves Den, even though it is entirely unnecessary objectively, it is still a pretty cool thing, and I am excited to show it off today. So let's hop on in, shall we? We're back, baby! An item was added to the contents below. Palace Maker, Music Player, Movie, and Gallery. A new type of transformation title was added. Obtain a new reward. Okay, so, welcome to the Thieves Den. This is again, just a little mini area that you can go around and walk through. And it's basically just a way for you to kind of see all the things that you've gotten in the game and reflect on all the things that you got. As we go through this, I am going to be covering all the little details here. For starters, let's talk to Jose, since he seems to be here for some reason.
Whoa!
Look at all those awards. Wasn't it a lot of work to earn those? You're really a hard worker, mister. It looks like there's still a lot of awards left, but I bet you just might be able to get them all. Good job, but don't overdo it, okay?
So?
What would you like to learn about? So, Jose is mostly here to kind of help explain the functionalities of the Thieves Den. Let's just go over this with him real quick before we do anything else. What this place is.
Can I ask you something?
This place was created by the cognitions of people like you. Here, all your memories and emotions coalesce and take form. All sorts of wishes can be granted here. Explore the place and see what kind of stuff you find. And then we're going to talk about placing models.
Hey.
If you want to place some models in here, you'll want to check out that box over there. It takes the memories in your heart and turns them into all sorts of models. You have to pay for them though. Then you can put them in a few different spots here. Thinking about all the possibilities is getting me excited. I wonder how you'll end up decorating the place.
Oh, also...
One more thing. Whenever you place a model, the cognitions of people you form bonds with might appear too. I bet they have some interesting stuff to say. Yes, indeed there is. What else is there? Listening to music?
Uh-huh.
Over there, you can listen to whatever music you remember. I wonder what kind of music you have in your heart. Let me listen too. Watching movies.
Hey!
See that giant screen? You can watch a whole bunch of your past experiences there if you pay a toll. Just like at the movies. I'm actually curious about your memories, mister. What about looking at pictures?
Hey.
In that case, you should go over to the gallery. There are all kinds of pictures there. Not only can you see pictures of your memories, but there are a bunch of special ones too. The more memories you make, the cooler the gallery will look. Good luck finding the whole thing. I look forward to seeing it. And playing cards?
Uh-huh.
It looks like you can play a game called Tycoon over in the cards area. You can even get prizes for winning. That should be a lot of fun for you and your teammates. Play a few hands when you have the time. I'll watch from over here. What about changing my appearance?
Hey.
For that, you should try stepping on those big floor panels upstairs. I bet there are all kinds of outfits you can wear, or even different forms. taking a different form from what you've used to is always so weird. But even that's possible here, it seems. And learning my accomplishments.
Yeah.
Then you want to check out the awards area. Apparently you get neat looking awards for doing different things. Whenever you get one, it shows up on that wall there. Give it a shot if you're feeling up to it. I'll be cheering you on. Okay, so that's all that pretty much Jose has to say.
Good?
Let's check out the place a little bit. So we're just kind of circle around, see what we got. So first of all is the awards wall. All these awards come as a result of accomplishing various different things in the game. It's actually really cool because if you look at it from the right angle, you can see that they are not just flat images, they actually do stick out from the wall. And it can show you where you are in terms of completing certain different things. All these different specific achievements have to be done by completing certain actions. You've seen a couple of them throughout the main story as I played it. If I had been playing it on a completely fresh file with absolutely no save data associated with my system, then you would have seen a lot more. But just as an example, I got one for washing Tempe's and soda equipment at the laundromat. There's one for working a part-time job 15 times. There's another one for accumulating 1,000 points at the second-hand clothes shop. There's stuff for confidants, there's stuff for battle, there's stuff for Phantom Thief related things. I've only completed less than half of them, so there's still a lot more that I could do. But yeah, once the award has been achieved once, you can't get it a second time. It's not based on your individual save file, it's based on whether or not you have achieved it at any point. So as long as there is save data on your PlayStation that shows, yes, you did do this at some point, then you get to do this. We'll be playing Tycoon later. I don't want to focus on that right this second because that's a whole other deal in and of itself. Next thing we're going to look at is the gallery. The gallery has a lot of really cool stuff. First of all, we look at the archive. There are a lot of specific different things, some of which you've seen before. It's a lot of different things. The stuff that you see from all out attacks. Some things are still hidden from me for some reason. Those are all like the battle ones. You see all the ones for both Akechi before and after he died. There's calling cards, so if you want to take a look at any of the calling cards that were sent out, you can take a look at all of them. There are generic photos. These are all the different photos that you can get from the text messages. As you play through the game, you get quite a few of these, and you have definitely seen them in a lot of the thumbnails for my videos. I wish I had remembered that these were there when I was constructing those thumbnails, because it would have made Andrew Griffin's job a lot easier making them. As for other photos, there are a lot of other specific different things. There's stuff for like the map in Mementos, which just gives you a nice square image of that. You can get the new Mementos. There's all sorts of cool little things you can get. There's icons used during battle. There's the different loading screens. All kinds of different stuff can be found here. The really cool stuff, though, is the concept art. Here you can take a look at different bits of concept art for the protagonist and other characters as everything was put into development. It applies to all of them, and then there are also stuff for specific different confidants. Because again, this is still a game that they had to consider a lot when designing everything, so it's really interesting to see just how the characters change and how they were developed into what they are today. And of course, it does not just apply to your confidants, but it also applies to your enemies. The bosses, the shadows that you fight, all of them. It's a really, really cool thing. I think just for the sake of demonstration here, I think I'll take a look at Cognitive Walk by Ishiki. So here is kind of the general, again, the initial designs, the concept art that they came up with for it. Obviously, they changed it a little bit because Wakaba does not have that curly hair like very similar to Haru, if anything. But the idea is still there. As for the special art, there are multiple little bits of exclusive art that you can find in here. Some of these are certain bits of art that you'd find on the cover of games. Others are more promotional things, like for example, this specific one gives us a nice 2018 New Year's illustration with Morgana, and I cannot remember his name, but I believe that is one of the party members from Persona 3. He is Dog, and he is great. So there's no specific rhyme or reason for this specific art, it's just kind of some of the stuff that didn't have any specific place otherwise, but it's still really cool stuff. And if you can get your hands on all this art, definitely give it a shot, because there's some really, really cool bits of artwork here. Some of it is for Persona 5 Royal, others it's for just the original Persona 5, but they made sure to get it all in here. And as you purchase more bits of the gallery, you'll be able to actually see it cover your walls. So, for example, there's another bit of art that I purchased here. Moving on to the theater, we are going to take a look at a movie we can watch. Again, this has a lot of different stuff, so first of all, let's check out the archive real quick. The neat thing about this specific gallery archive is that you can check out pretty much anything from any specific art, but they do take the time to kind of divide it into what you can see. So you can see anything from any specific arc, and it will take you through every animated cutscene, be it fully FMV or just animated with 3D models. There's no specific limit here, but aside from that, there's also the showtimes. If you want to see any specific showtime that we have seen in game, you can take a look at it here. Unfortunately, even though I have unlocked the ability to use Joker and Sumire's showtime, I never actually used it in any of my playthroughs, just because of the ill timing of it. So I will make it a point to show it off at some point once I get Sumire's Confidant Bat to level 10. But you're just gonna have to bear with me. It's really cool though. But for now, I'll show this one just so you kind of get a general idea of how it works.
Weaklings like you!
So yeah, it's pretty cool. The neat little thing about it is that it does not have any music and it doesn't really focus on the numbers or the damage. It's just really its own independent thing. Aside from the archive, there's also the PV. This is all kinds of different trailers and promotional material that they had. I will go ahead and let's see here. Oh, they have Persona 5 the animation here. No. And the other thing is special. So these are very unique little things. These are not necessarily animated cutscenes. These are special different videos of different performances of music. This is somewhat for Persona 5, but also, as you can see, a lot of stuff is also for Persona 4, especially since some of this stuff was actually officially made before Persona 5 ever even came out. There's a lot of really cool stuff here. I would not recommend focusing too much on this, but you know, if you really want to watch it, you can, and all you have to do is earn it in-game. I'm not going to spend any of my hard-earned money on it, especially since it's still not my footage to show to you guys, but if you want to watch it, you can definitely earn it and watch it on your own time as you go through the Thieves Den yourself. Next thing that brings us over to is the music player. So, with the music player, we have all kinds of different things that we can play. It's divided into 4 categories, as you've seen with a lot of different things. So first of all, there's story. You can listen to any specific bit of music that is played. You can also just kind of listen to a quick preview of it if you're not sure what is what. So, for example, Awakening. Even though it's not really being fully played, you can at least get a sample size of it. As far as daily stuff, you can get all kinds of different things. These are just different things that you would listen to throughout the day. This could be things listening to shops. The one that you already have by default is No More What Ifs instrumental version. You will be given that as a guarantee. For battle, you have all the different battles that you have been able to hear, including Throw Away Your Mask, which is the final bit of music that we heard in Yamato Key. But, I mean, it's everything. Rivers in the Desert, Yaldabaoth, even our beginning, which is the music that plays at the very end when you summon Sentinel. I already got myself Blooming Villain on my own time. And of course, there is Dungeon. Again, this is all just the different bits of stuff that you would listen to as you were going through different dungeons. I'm gonna buy Gentle Madman because that's the best one. And yeah, you can listen to it at any time. You can also, I believe, set it to where you can just have this playing in the background. So if I wanted to just go around listening to Gentle Madman as I walk through here, I can totally do that. However, I am not going to focus on Gentle Madman, even though I'd love the song a lot. And then that brings us back to the front where we can find the Palace Maker. Now, the Palace Maker is actually really interesting. So, if you take a look, you can see that I have, a certain aesthetic going on, a really cool Phantom Thief-esque aesthetic. You'll also notice, however, that Yaldabaoth is up there in the background of the ceiling. You can understand why I didn't want anyone seeing that at first. But the really cool thing about this specific area is that you can change how you want the Thieves Den to look for yourself. So, first of all, you can change out the models that you can find all around the place. We'll be getting into these a little bit later, but you can change how things look. You can also change how the general aesthetic of the place looks. So I went with Nijima's Palace, in case you couldn't tell right at first, but you can change it to anything. And there is no specific way to do this. You can just change it to however you feel is best. So right now we're on Nijima's, and I think just for the sake of demonstration, I'm going to switch it to the Quillfoth decor. Now it looks a little different. Now you'll also notice that I have some specific items there, but I don't have all of the different boss things there. So if there are certain models that you want to see, some of them you do have to buy. So if I want to actually get these models for people to look at and to see, I gotta buy them. The really cool thing about this specific thing is that there's no real limit to what you could possibly bring in. Anything that's considered a model in game is pretty much fair game to be brought in. So there's Mona's Copter, there's Jose's car, there's the Reaper from Mementos, the Kamoshida statue, the Infinite Spring from Monarame's Palace, the ATM people from Kanashiro's. I mean, really, truly, the sky is the limit when it comes to what can be placed here. As far as what you can have in the ceiling, pretty much any of the shadow bosses are fair game. I've only purchased Kamoshida, Monarame, and Yaldabaoth. But again, if there's any specific boss that you want, not this one, feel free to buy it. When it comes to the Confidants category, the really cool thing is that instead of just buying models of the different people, you actually get to buy models of the area that you interact with your Confidants in. So, like, this is a skill model of the Penguin Sniper. This is a skill model of the church. And all the fun little places. Don't you remember the lovely interrogation room? And it doesn't just apply to Confidants. There are other locations you can buy for yourself. You can buy the classroom, there's the fishing pond, there's all of Hawaii put into one tiny little square. Like I said, sky's the limit when it comes to this. But I think for now, we're just going to stick with what I have for now. Before we get to what is upstairs, I want to go ahead and take a look at some of the models. As we can see, there are some people having some conversations about certain things, and I would like to show that. I do not intend to show off every specific interaction that you can because a lot of those are out of my control. But if there's any specific one that you really, really want to see, let me know in the comments and I might make a second video later showcasing the specific request. But you gotta let me know, otherwise I won't do it. This is the form of Senpai's heart. I've only heard the second hand, but I believe he first awakened to protect Ryuji. It sure does sound like him. Yes, his strength came from his desire to help others. He was following the justice he believed in. I can't think of a more fitting awakening. That's very nice, Sumire. Let's see what else we have over here. If we go down here, there's a three-way conversation between Morgana, An, and Yusuke about Captain Kidd. A pirate, I may not approve of their plundering, but I have to admit they have a certain appeal. I guess you could say they lived by their own set of rules. Sounds familiar. Maybe some of those pirates could have been considered phantom thieves in their own right. Yes, it is impossible to deny the raw sense of justice emanating from Captain Kidd here. Don't you agree, An? I guess a pirate woman would be pretty cool. But Captain Kidd already has such a small waist. That's what you're concerned about? It's funny as always, guys. We go up here, and the neat little thing about this specific interaction is our confidants are actually in here. So it's not just the Phantom Thief party members that can come in here. It can also sometimes be other confidants that you interact with throughout the game. Huh? What's up? It looks pretty easy to get a knockdown on this guy. Maybe if I went for a sweep. Yeah, that's the strat. Are you looking at him like a fighting game character? Well, wouldn't you? No wonder they call you the king. I never would have thought of that. I mean, it is Zoro. And down here, we have one of the location models that I bought, which of course is Cafe LeBlanc, and we can see an interaction between Ryuji and Sojiro here. Looking pretty fly while you brew that coffee, boss. I'm guessing it's a hit with, you know, the ladies. Who knows? I don't pay attention to that sort of thing. Whoa. That right there. Everything you say is too smooth. Yeah, well, I mean, it's like, this is heaven. This is absolute paradise. Why would I ever not put it here? Now, in order for me to showcase what is upstairs, we need to go to this little door here, which is right by the theater. We go up here, and we find ourselves standing above everything else. And I believe that if we step onto any of these specific tiles, it will transform us into that specific individual. So, just as a demonstration, what happens if we step on the Makoto tile? We transformed into Makoto Rat. Why? There we go. So now I can actually walk and run around as Makoto. It's everybody's dream. We can't really do anything with this outside of this specific area, and we can't go downstairs to interact with anyone else, but if we want to, we can, you know, just walk around and play around with this a little bit. There's no limit to what you can do. You can switch between every single mice and individual character. When you switch between characters while in their human form, they may change into certain other outfits that they have during the day. So that's Haru's day wear, for example. Change it again. This is kind of more of her kind of regular outfit. And then this is her winter outfit that we saw in the third semester. Or is this it? Well, there's no right or wrong way to do this. But there's Makoto's winter outfit. There's her other winter outfit. And there is her biker outfit. It's a really fun little thing, and so if you really want to mess with this, you can. Again, there's not really any practical purpose to it, but if you ever wanted to walk around as your favorite character, now you can. Yeah! Look how much fun it is. I get to run around being a murderer. I can slice things up with my sword. If I had my sword. You know I would if I could. Oh, my mistake. We can go downstairs, actually. I was wrong. My sincere apologies for that. Okay, so now that I've dressed up as a black mask and everything, there is one more thing that I do want to show off, and that is the Tycoon function. But you do have to revert back in order to play. So let's break this down. Tycoon. Gather your party and play Tycoon. One game consists of 3 rounds. Your final rank is determined by how many points you obtain each round. Depending on the difficulty and your final rank, you will obtain more P medals. Complete challenges to gain more points. See challenges for more details. Your records will show up in records. So, just for the sake of demonstration here, I'm going to go through the tutorial so that you can kind of get a general simplistic idea on how to play Tycoon. Because it's essentially like Hold'em meets Uno, but it's still a little trickier than that. So what are the rules of Tycoon? Rules of Tycoon. A card's number determines its strength. Each card must beat the previous one, and the number of cards in a play must be met, such as pairs. The weakest card is 3, but the strongest is 2. The player holding the 3 of diamonds will go first, and the beggar starts each subsequent round. For additional information, check tutorials or press L2 while playing Tycoon. So instead of trying to match the same card to your opponent, you're trying to outplay them by having a bigger card to play in response. Trading cards. Cards are traded before the next round begins. Tycoon and Beggar trade 2 cards. Rich and Poor trade 1 card, and Poor and Beggar must trade their best cards. Which is depending on how you are doing in that specific round. Passing. You can choose to pass by pressing circle if you don't want to play a card your next turn. You'll have to pass if you do not have any cards you can play. All players pass, the turn will end. Bankrupt. If the Tycoon is not able to maintain their status during the next round, that player will lose the round and become the beggar. Revolutions and counter-revolutions. Playing 4 of the same card triggers a revolution, reversing the value of all cards. Repeating this move will return the cards to normal. 8 stop. Playing an 8 will cause an 8 stop, which forces the turn to end. The player who played the 8 card will get to start the next turn. And of course, in a game with Joker in it, the Joker card is stronger than a 2 and a 3 and can also be used as another number. Also, playing the Joker card as shown will trigger a revolution. And then there's the 3 spade reversal trick. Playing a 3 of spades after a single Joker card will trigger a 3 spade reversal at the end of the turn. Now, that's all well and good, but you don't want me to just talk about it. Let's actually play a couple rounds of Tycoon so you can kind of see how this works. For now, we're just going to keep it casual, just to kind of demonstrate things, but then maybe I'll play a serious round or 2.
How charming. Shall we? So, I'll play first, if I must. Well, there it goes. Careful.
How's this?
I'll end this here. If I must. I'm
cutting you off. There's
Pass.
an order to this.
Pass.
How's this?
I'll pass. I'll
I
pass.
shall
for
pass.
Yes, this one. Pass.
Pass.
I'll pass. I'll
say,
pass
I
for
shall
now.
pass.
I'll pass.
Then
Pass.
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 I say,
Will this do?
I shall
I'll
pass.
pass. Pass.
Pass.
I'm ready to play. I'll
I
pass
shall
for
pass.
now. I'll pass.
Then pass.
This one? I'll pass. I'll
I
pass
shall
for
pass.
now.
I say,
I'll pass for
Pass.
now. I'll pass. That's my senpai.
And we win.
That's a weight off my cards.
I shall pass.
Pass. Here, a pair. I'm rich.
Pass.
Can
I
you
shall
handle
pass.
this? I can't play.
2 cards at once.
Pass.
I'm poor.
Oh, I've lost.
All right, excellent. So relatively straightforward. Again, it's just a mix of Uno and poker, but if you know what you're doing, you should have a relatively easy time with it. And just to demonstrate that, I'll play a couple more rounds of, well, different things. But first, I need to finish this game.
Last place.
All right, so that's 3 consecutive wins for me in a row. Very nice.
Don't stand a chance against you.
We got 1 little extra coin obtained for doing that. Not the most worthwhile thing in the world, but of course we were playing on easy mode, so again, I'm gonna play this one a little more seriously, and hopefully it'll be a little more interesting to watch.
May I join in?
Showtime!
Okay, so I think we'll start with 2 threes.
Say,
I think that's enough.
all
Careful.
things in order.
Maybe this?
I'm gonna go ahead and use an 8. Stop
flashing
the
that.
turn. Go ahead and use a 6.
Your
This should do.
Here.
2, 1 king.
I shall
This
pass.
game is mine. I'll
Can't be a
pass for
2.
now.
No options.
2 at once.
2 at once.
Pass.
This could work.
Pass.
How about 2 aces?
I'll
This
pass
should do
for
it.
now. I can't
Oh
play.
my god, Yusuke.
I'll pass for now.
There's an order to
I'll
this.
play this. This one.
This should do it.
This should do it.
2,
I'll
I shall
pass for
pass.
now. I'll pass.
10.
I need a
Pass.
decisive
Pass.
win. We'll start low.
I'll play this.
I'll play this.
Queen.
I'll
On to
pass
the
for
next
this game
person.
is mine.
Oh, snap.
I'll
A
pass
beautiful
for now.
comeback.
I never expected that.
Ooh, 3 spade
Slow
reversal.
and steady.
Maybe this?
Boom.
Bad, not bad. Pass. This'll do.
A fine showing.
That wasn't
this?
great. Last place.
Oh, Haru, sweetie. You never stood a chance. Okay, so Beggar's Horror, I need to give up 2 cards to her. I'll get rid of a 4 and a 6.
Someone has to be the beggar.
Nice.
Well, I'm first. A natural progression.
He's a 5.
I have been waiting for this. Can you match that?
I shall pass.
Here.
That is impressive, honestly. And but not as impressive as 2 queens and a joker.
I'll
I
pass
shall
for
pass.
now.
There.
Will this do?
How's this?
I'll play this.
How about
I'll
It's
pass
time to
for now.
attack.
Pass. I'll pass for now.
There's an order to
I'll
this.
end this here.
Oof.
Oh, I've got a pair.
Ooh, I've got a pair.
Oh,
I
just
shall
skip me. I
pass.
can't play.
I see.
Well,
How's
how's
this?
this? Pass. Pass.
I shall
I
pass.
can't play.
There.
Your turn.
Let's be daring.
Next person. Pass.
On to the next
I'll pass.
person.
It's all mine. Impressive. Congratulations.
I'll
Boom,
pass.
boom,
Here,
boom,
a
boom.
pass.
Everyone
Play it safe.
sucks
I
it.
can't play. This might get tricky.
I shall pass.
That wasn't bad. I can't play.
Slow
That's
and
a
steady.
shame.
Such indignity.
Oh, poor Yusuke. So now I gotta give him 2 of my cards. Give you a 3 and a 9.
Unfortunate.
Very nice.
Let us begin.
3 aces. That's gonna be
Slow and
helpful.
steady.
Maybe this?
7.
Well, there it goes. We'll start low.
Here it comes.
Just have to stall a little more.
9.
This one.
This could work.
I'll pass.
Might as well just play the
Getting up
1
there.
queen if I can't play
I'll
2
pass.
kings. Joker?
What a shame.
Come on.
What? Ooh.
A momentary
Lucky
fix,
indeed.
but
Okay.
Your spades is
Can't
stronger than
possibly
Joker.
pass. Play.
Ooh, Makoto may
I
beat
will
me.
with this.
I'll play
Pass.
3 cards.
Once I just skip
How
me.
could I counter
How can
that?
I play after that?
There.
2 kings
Nothing here. I can't
No
play.
options.
and 2.
Pass.
I shall pass.
Pass.
Yo, we are
Not bad.
Tycoon Millionaire.
Nothing here.
I needed to play the 2 cards at once,
Let's
but
try.
not that
What
big of a deal.
relief.
This could work.
Maybe
Here it comes.
this? Two at
On
once.
to the next person.
Oh,
Pass.
I've got a pen. That's a shame.
Oh, I'm a penniless beggar.
And for that, we got 10 more coins. Very, very, very nice. So yeah, that is pretty much the Thieves Den in a nutshell. Again, it doesn't really serve any practical purpose, but it's still a really cool feature that they put in Persona 5 Royal for you to just kind of reflect on everything and see all the cool stuff that you can get for yourself. So again, if you want me to do more of this, if you want me to show specific models, specific interactions for said models, be sure to let me know in the comments, and if I get enough requests for specific scenarios, I will try my best to make them happen. And I'll even credit you if I get enough comments. So be sure to let me know if that is something that you want to see. See you guys then.